up next?
Welcome to T4G Sports. Today we're going to talk about why the 2026 season is a make or break year for Clemson. So without further ado, make sure to hit that like button, subscribe, click the notification bell, follow us on X, and our affiliate links are down below if you guys want to help out the channel. Let's jump into it. To grasp Clemson's recent recruiting downturn, we must first revisit its golden era, a stretch from 2015 to 2020 when the Tigers were an unrivaled force on the recruiting trail, if we're being honest. Under Dabo Swinney's command, Clemson didn't just assemble talent, it curated championship rosters. The 2016 class, ranked number 11 by 24/7 Sports, delivered future NFL stars like defensive tackle Dexter Lawrence and linebacker Isaiah Simmons, which is kind of shocking because he was actually a four-star, number 16 in all the safeties, which is pretty impressive. The 2018 haul, headlined by Trevor Lawrence, the nation's #1 recruit, landed at number 7 and propelled Clemson to a national title that year. The 2020 class was ranked number 3. It was glittered with 5-star prospects like quarterback DJ Ugalele, defensive lineman Brian Breesy, and running back DeMarcus Bowman, promising another dynasty-defining run. Yet, despite its sheen, this group fell short of expectations, raising early questions about Swinney's magic touch. Talent isn't the only casualty. Depth has eroded too. In 2023, Clemson signed 27 recruits. By 2024, that number dipped to 22. And in 2025, it plummeted to 18 commits. Compare that to Tennessee, the closest top 30 program, with just 29 commits in 2025. And the gap is glaring. It is absolutely massive. In today's grueling college football landscape, where longer seasons amplify the toll of injuries, depth is no longer a luxury, it's a necessity. Some argue it rivals raw talent in importance. A small class like 2025's leaves Clemson exposed, a general stripped of reserves in a war of attrition. Miss on a recruit in a 30-player haul and the damage is manageable. Misfire in an 18-player class, however, and the ripple effects can haunt a program for years. Time, the sport's most precious currency, slips away with each bust, and one lackluster cycle can reshape a team's dynasty. Add the fact that they have had this issue year after year. Dabo isn't just steering Clemson into torrid waters. His ship is slower and it is leaking. This issue is compounded and will need to change quickly if Clemson is to remain a true competitor. So far in 2026, there is some promise. And Clemson's recruiting slide has stemmed from multiple fronts, starting with Swinney's unwavering rejection of the transfer portal. While Georgia, Alabama, and Ohio State still get good recruiting classes, they also fortify their rosters with instant impact transfers. Clemson stands nearly alone among the elite programs, stubbornly relying on high school signees. This inflexibility caps depth and adaptability. A tough sell when a player can now transfer and play elsewhere without delay. A pivot may be coming with Dabo, but has the delay already cost too much is the true question. Decommitments too have surged. Swinney's old school tactic, locking in early pledges and discouraging visits elsewhere, worked when Clemson's prestige was unassailable. Now, in a fluid recruiting world fueled by NIL and late offers, that rigidity has boomeranged. The 2025 class lost 7 commits, a jarring departure from the stability of Clemson's heyday. Together, these forces paint a clear picture. The Tigers' recruiting empire, once unshakable, is teetering. Now, these decommitments are not new to Clemson, but when their classes are already so small, these decommitments are amplified. NIL, otherwise known as name, image, and likeness, or now it's legal, has further tilted the field. Swinney's skepticism of financial incentives has left Clemson's NIL collective lagging behind the multi-million-dollar war chest of Texas, Ohio State, and even ACC foe Miami. Now, some top athletes will take a pay cut to play for a program or a coach, but such loyalty is rare. For many elite recruits, Clemson's modest NIL efforts pale against programs wielding bigger checks. The ACC is also in a freefall, and Clemson's woes aren't isolated. They're magnified by the ACC's spiraling decline. The conference is a financial shithole. Its outdated TV deals are dwarfed by the SEC and Big Ten's revenue juggernauts. The ACC's brand initiative that they just signed funnels extra cash to marquee programs like Clemson, a lifeline meant to keep them competitive with wealthier rivals. But it's a bandage on a sinking vessel. Without a seismic shift, perhaps, a leap to a richer conference maybe, a move beyond Swinney or any administrator's sole control, Clemson's recruiting battles will probably only grow steeper. Now, can Dabo turn this ship around? Yeah, of course. However, he will need to rethink his entire strategy, in our opinion. Clemson isn't what it used to be. The great Nick Saban could see the future of college football as well, and it had to have weighed on his decision to retire. Well, that and the fact that he was born in 1951. You must pay well and coach well, not just pray well. The 2026 season will need to be one of his best career performances, or we fear that Clemson will be one of the teams standing at the bottom looking up at the mountain. And if you guys have any thoughts and opinions on this, let us know down below. We'd love to hear from you.